Okay, Pilot Sid back here. Got everything laid out on the workbench, or my dining room table, uh, which is substituting as my workbench. First thing says the wheels have to go on, so I will get to that. But I just thought I'd show everybody all the pieces and parts that are going to go together here. Wings, elevator, wheels, floats. Wings have a nice edge to them here. I don't know if you can see it, but they're curved at the edge. Turn it upside down. Nice light at the end there too, but nice bevel to the edge of the wing there. And another light here on the belly. And just in case you want to see where the batteries go underneath here. Doesn't look all that large, but there's your battery cavity. And looking up into the nose there. But there she is in bits and pieces, soon to be together. Okay, got the wheel assembly in. Took about just a couple minutes, not too hard, but just looking straight down there, you'll see it's all on springs. It's wish I could hold the camera here and show you how nicely those springs do work, but let me focus in on it here. There were two screws there, and the two screws holding in the wheels there. But it's got, again, I can't hold the fuselage and bounce the tires for you, I would, but again, that was pretty straightforward. Okay, I got the elevator in. It went in very easily. You have two screws there. Right there on one side, there on the other. I hooked in the horn there. I had to take that little plastic piece off that's on the control rod. The push rod was a little bit different type of piece than I'm used to dealing with, but that was the only way I could figure out how to get that connected. So I had to take this little piece off right here and connect the wire in, then put it back on. But, so there we go. Elevator on to the instructions to what's next here. Okay, I'm gonna just show you about the wing slats here. The instructions that's the next step before I put the wings on. It's an option. You got to choose if you're going to use these wing slats, and I've looked at them. They're labeled left, this one right. You can see the little R there on the end, or this way, for the right wing. And what you've got on the wings is little tabs. You can see them here all along the wing surface. And you leave those in if you're not going to put the wing slats. Otherwise, you can peel these off. And you see you've got a little slat there that will match up with the slots there. And I'm going to use some glue. They recommend the foam safe. So this is what I'm going to use to put those wing slats on. Okay, so I have the wing slats on one wing, this wing over here, and not on this one yet, so you can see the difference. Gosh, I hope I got those on right. You can see a little nav light here at the end and the slant of the wing with the, and I'll try to get you underneath here. But that's with slats on. And this one here, you see all those little pieces of tape down the leading edge there? That's covering up the slats, or the slots where the slats will go in. Boy, say that 3 times. But, okay. There she goes. So far, so good. Let's keep it moving. Okay, so there she is with wings on. I gotta say, they went on quite easily. And I think you could take them off quite easily as well. The screws that hold them in are large nylon or plastic here on the back. I'll focus in on it for you. Maybe the hardest part at all, putting the wings on there, is getting the wiring in. The wiring for the lights on the end of the wing are labeled, so it's obvious as to where they go into the receiver. I guess it was fairly obvious where the other ones went into the receiver. I plugged them in, hopefully correct. I will test them shortly. And hey, this one may be made today. We still got daylight here in Southern California. So there is my timber pretty much together. I have a few things still left to do. Programming onto my DX7, second generation is the transmitter that I use. But so far, again, a very easy assembly, and it's looking really nice. The excitement is mounting here. Hopefully we can maiden this today. Well, before I can bind it, I've got to take the wing back off to get to the binding plug, to put the bind plug in. So let me give you another shot inside here. And there's all the wiring. And what I've done is, for my bind plug, I've just bought a servo extension. I plugged it into that receiver. And by the way, in the instructions it is quite clear as to how to hook up the plugs to the receiver there. But a good old tip that might help you if you have to bind in the future is just buy a little servo extension. As you can see, it cost me $2.99. I plugged it into the receiver, and I've got it coming down below in the where the battery goes, so I can easily bind or rebind the plane if I need without taking off the wing. Okay, all bound up. I bound it in smart select mode because I want to have the best of both worlds. I can turn it off or on, and she's all lit up and ready to fly. Nice looking bird. Got some headlights here in the front. Turn that prop away here so you can see it. Pretty bright, but pretty nice. I can bound it again to my DX7, just per the manual. And let's just run her through some paces here. You can see rudder working good, and throttle's good. And let's check out these flaps. Flaps down. There they go. Flaps up. That works, and we got plenty of ailerons there. Lots of travel. I'll set my gains a little bit low for the maiden, but there she is. Took me about, I would say, stopping and starting, about 40 minutes. Again, everything went fine. Again, you can see I put the slats on the wings. And if it's not too windy outside, I'm going to hope to get her up tonight. If not, first thing tomorrow morning. So Pilot Sid here, over and out. See you at the maiden flight.